All right, what up, Eva?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everyone, and happy Monday. It's Eva Marcel, and here are your top news stories. Bernie Sanders won the Nevada caucus this past Saturday. Meanwhile, intelligence officials continue to warn that Russia is interfering in the elections by trying to help both Trump and Sanders win. The next primary will be in South Carolina this week. In other news, a group of conservative activists are putting together a list of government officials that they think are not loyal to Trump and recommending that they be fired. Surprisingly, the group is led by Jeannie Thomas, who's the wife of Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas. In a medical update, the coronavirus is now quickly spreading to other countries outside of China. Hundreds of cases have been reported in Iran, South Korea, and Italy. Trump was said to be furious that passengers with the coronavirus were brought back to the U.S. But so far, officials say that there's no threat of spreading it here. And lastly, in today's Black History Spotlight, we shine a light on Minnie Riperton, the mother of actress and comedian Maya Rudolph. Long before Mariah Carey, Minnie Riperton perfected the 5-octave vocal range.
Yes.
Yes, she did.
Yeah,
all right, well, that
used
was.
to listen to that album all the time.
What was her song, Ricky?
Loving You. Yeah,
All
my mom
day.
used to play that all the time. We had the album, and I remember when Minnie Riperton was in Jet magazine, her kids and stuff. I was a big fan. My mom always was on Minnie Riperton.
Yes, we got to go ahead and throw that album back in the record player today for one time for Minnie Riperton.
Amen.
That was a quick look at your headline news. For more news and what's trending, log on to the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.com. Rock T, what you got in sports, my brother?
Thank you, Eva. It's all going down. Well, today is the day that Kobe Bryant and Gigi Bryant's memorial is going down at the Staples Center in Los Angeles, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Vanessa Bryant describes this memorial as a celebration of life. It's going to be streamed live on NBC News app or NBCNews.com. Now, all the proceeds from ticket sales will be donated to the Mamba and Mambacita Sports Foundation. So I'm definitely going to be tuned in to this at 1 o'clock Eastern Time.
Wow.
Let's talk about the Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury 2 fight. Rick Dog and everybody else. 7th round knockout. This wasn't even close, dog.
Really?
I was there ringside. I had the privilege to be out there, man, to witness thing. Wilder's corner threw in the towel midway through the 7th round. Now, Deontay Wilder's ear was bleeding. So from a safety health perspective,
Absolutely.
I understand why they threw the towel, because when you're bleeding out the ear, man, that's some brain type stuff going on.
Absolutely, he could have died.
Absolutely, man. So
But we still proud of him, homeboy.
Yes, sir.
Tuscaloosa, Alabama, done a lot of great things in the community. Good dude, and he'll be back.
Oh yeah, he's a true champion, man. And that's what everybody is trying to figure out, what's gonna be next.
Yeah, but congratulations,
Tyson Fury.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So Wilder has a right to call for a third fight, or does the world want to see Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua, who's the other champion in the heavyweight division?
Oh, really?
So we'll see what happens, man. We'll keep you posted. There it is.
There it is. I appreciate it, right, Steve. All right, what you got, Gary?
All right, y'all. Everybody's calling Diddy the cleanup man, and he ain't cleaning up right, y'all. Now, remember on last week we talked about Diddy posting these pictures of he and Lauren London, honey, and people were like wondering, are they a couple? Because this woman just lost her fiance, honey, recently. Well, not Diddy. He took those pictures off of social media. He said, oh, no, he was just posting them. They were pictures from one of the events that they had, from the Rock Nation party with them. People like, yeah, you posted it, but you didn't say that's where it was from. So now, and Lauren said, there's no such thing. But, I mean, if you look at the picture, though, you kind of may think that maybe they are. Maybe not because you know Diddy.
I ain't ready for that.
Well, we ain't ready for it, but you know, honey, sometimes, honey, we may not be ready, but you know, they're saying too that Diddy maybe he's still going through his depression, you know, and that's probably why he posted them or what have you, though. But they were out there, so people like wanted to know. But he posted some other pictures now. He put some, he and Jay-Z and some other folks that, you know, at the Rock Nation event, honey, to kind of clean it up and what have you. So we're gonna see how their situation lasts. But I mean, he's single and she's single.
Yeah, but it's too soon.
Yeah, she's
and I don't think she is interested.
You don't think so?
I think they really like sister and brother.
Yeah. Well, sometimes that's be the best lovers.
No,
but
Gary.
she's a woman in mourning too. You got to respect the fact that she did just lose her husband unexpectedly, so she's not even there.
And he's mourning too.
Mourning what though?
He lost Kim Porter.
But that was still different, Gary.
I thought you was gonna say he lost Cassie.
Hey, well, he probably mourning that too.
Ain't no way on God's green earth he could be over that. I just don't see it.
You think?
You can't get over Cassie. That's the type you don't ever get over. I'm sorry.
Well, Miss Cassie got her a new man and a baby, so she like to hell with you.
Yeah, that's water under the bridge now. At this point, she married with a baby. She ain't going back. So I think he
understand
done
that, but
let that go.
I bet that's the first thing he think about every morning.
No, I think he think about Kim.
Yeah,
Well, if that was the case, Brad, he could. I'm sure Kim would have took him back. He could have got back with her.
Well, see, that's the thing, Rick, is
It's
that
almost
fact
like
that
Kim never left.
exactly.
right.
Really?
Yeah, no, she ain't never.
she
She was
stuck
always
it
in
out.
the wings.
Always there. I never went to a party and she wasn't there.
Oh, okay then. Oh, wow.
They're
Yeah,
both
so-
there.
Bless their spirit. All right, the color today, honey, is one of my favorite colors. My color today, y'all, is jewel tone. On the high end, you say jewel tone, and on the low end, I'm going to just give the jewel tone that I like, citrine yellow, because the girls was wearing those fabulous good jewel tone colors at the NAACP Awards, and we're going to talk about that later.
There it is. Y'all give it up for Gary with the T. All right, there it is. Y'all Rickey Smiley Morning Show. It's the bottom of the hour. Y'all, Brett got the hot spot. Good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. I'm your girl, Brett Tat Tat, and welcome to the Hot Spot, where we bring you music, movies, and more. So our boy Snoop Dogg, he's going on Red Table Talk with Jada Pinkett Smith, and a preview of the episode surfaced over the weekend. And in the clip, Jada told Snoop how she felt about his comments towards Gayle King, who he was criticized she was criticized in the interview. Y'all know what happened. Anyway, Jada said, when you first came out and you said what you said in regards to Gayle, my heart dropped. I felt like you were not only talking to Gayle, but you were talking to me. I was like, not Snoop. And so that's one of the reasons why I felt like I really wanted to have this conversation with you in the spirit of healing. The episode will air on Facebook Watch on Wednesday, so y'all got to make sure y'all check that out. And also, Saturday night, y'all, the NAACP Image Awards took place, and we owe some congratulations to quite a few of our colleagues. The critically acclaimed film won an award for Outstanding Picture. That would be Just Mercy, while Michael B. Jordan, who starred in the film, took home Outstanding Actor in a Motion Picture, and Jamie Foxx won Outstanding Supporting Actor in a Motion Picture for his performance as well. And our girl Rihanna, she was honored with the President's Award, and she gave a riveting speech making a call to action for equality, and this is what she said.
I mean, how many of us in this room have colleagues and partners and friends from other races, sexes, religions? Show of hands. Well, then, they want to break bread with you, right? They like you? Well, then, this is their problem, too. So when we're marching and protesting and posting about the Michael Brown Jr.'s and the Tatiana Jeffersons of the world, tell your friends to pull up.
Right. Right.
Yes, that's what's up. I appreciate that speech. She looked beautiful, and she spoke with so much class and poise. And also, our girl Lizzo, newcomer, she won Entertainer of the Year, and this is what she had to say.
I just want to shout out all of the big black girls that I bring on stage with me.
Yeah.
I do that because I want them to know that they are the trophies. And since this is the final award of the night, I don't even want to make it about me. Every last one of you, you are the award. We are so special. We are such a beautiful people. This is just a reminder of all the incredible things that we can do. God bless you, and keep on being an award. Let's go. Let's go.
Right. Beautiful.
That's what's up. You gotta be proud of and happy for. I'd be so happy to see people win, especially when the world is against them or people try to talk about them so bad. So congratulations to everybody. Tracy Ellis Ross won for Outstanding Actress in a Comedy Series for Blackish. Angela Bassett, Outstanding Drama Series, 911. So we got a lot of people. Lupita Nyong'o, Outstanding Actress in Us. Jamie Foxx said him already. Marseille Martin in Little. Oh, man, y'all, it's a whole lot. But anyway, I'm going to get off into some more of that later on in the hour with more of the Hot Spot. But that's going to conclude the Hot Spot for now. I'm your girl, Brett Tat Tat. To catch up on those stories and more, you can go to Rickey Smiley.
Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 3 minutes after the hour. Y'all, guarantee is brought to you by Home Depot. That's right, Retool Your School is back. Your historically black college or university could win $50,000 for campus upgrades. So learn more and vote for your HBCU at retoolyourschool.com. What up, Gary?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Monday, a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Good morning, Ricky. And here's what's happening in the celebrity news, y'all. Belle Callis El Manzar. We all know who that is. Cardi B. Well, she is being sued, y'all, over an alleged nasty attack, y'all, on the Los Angeles security guard. I don't know if y'all heard the shocking news. They're saying that the woman accusing Cardi said that the rapper spit on her, hit her in her face and head, and hurled racial slurs at her while she was on the job. Now, according to the legal documents, Amani Ellis said that she was working as a security guard inside a building on Wilshire Boulevard in Beverly Hills when the accident occurred. Now, back in February 2018, they said Ellis alleged that Cardi B attacked her while on the job by violently, unlawfully, intentionally, suddenly, and maliciously striking her about the head, face, and body, placing her in great for her life and physical well-being, and legally causing her to sustain injuries and damages, y'all. So she's filed a good lawsuit. But I mean, is it good that a celebrity could spit on you? Because they say their spit is different. I mean, it's worth a lot of money. Is that what it is?
No, it's not cool for nobody to get spit on. Now, that's nasty.
It is.
Disgusting.
That's
But
nasty.
is it true, though? Because a lot of times they just out here trying to get money off celebrities.
Well, I heard she was leaving the doctor's appointment and the guard wanted to take pictures of her, and she was pregnant and she didn't want to take no pictures. But she said this didn't happen.
That's what Cardi said?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's the tea, Brad.
Well, they could take a DNA, honey, of her body, from her body and see if Cardi's spit was on her.
Oh, that's probably
So Cardi B was leaving the office and she was pregnant.
Right.
Right.
She was leaving a doctor's appointment, and the lady tried to record it and take pictures of her, and she asked her not to, and supposedly they start arguing. So
That's how it
supposedly
happened.
a staff member supposed to have broke up the fight, but Cardi said it wasn't no altercation, nor was it racial slurs used. So if it wasn't no cameras and it wasn't no witnesses,
Boy,
then
you
it's her
down there
word
got
against
to
hers.
have a doctor come to your house now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything.
I'm telling you. I went to an appointment the other day, and I was like, oh, Lord, everybody in the front was black. Everybody wanted a picture. I said, I don't want them with my personal information.
Right,
I don't know what the doctor's
Man, when I
gonna
tell
me.
you, when I tell you, you better go to Dr. MJ Collie. He'll make you park in the back of the building. He'll
I
walk
love
you
Dr.
in,
Collier. Yep.
and you go straight to a room, and he see you himself. And he'll walk you straight back out to your car, and you don't have to deal with all that. Because, boy, when these nurses and stuff, they look at you, and then all of them start gathering around, looking at your files, and going through your
address.
stuff. And I don't even give them my credit card. If it's certain people at the counter, I just use cash. I'm not going to give them my credit card because all of them coming behind the counter being weird and awkward. And instead of just going speaking, how you doing? Nice to meet you. Everybody staring down at your personal information. TSA agents do it too. I correct them on the spot. Do not look at my personal information because I did not give it to you. Then it gets flipped. He's mean.
Yep.
Well, I didn't give you my personal information, so why are you leaving your counter to come and look down at my ID and my credit card just because you know it's me to try to see what you can see?
Ooh.
I like to go to
hate
TSA. I tell them when I go through TSA, I make sure they touch me all over. I'm like, get every spot, honey. Since you touch it all over. Honey.
Gary.
But they complain about you because while they frisking, you don't have to twerk. You don't have to twerk.
When I come out of that little machine as a ballerina, honey, my arms be up, honey, and I be on my toes.
Yeah, but when they be frisking you need to stop twerking.
Okay.
You're too old for that.
Okay. All right, moving on. In other celebrity news, y'all, it's a very sad day in society. I don't know if y'all heard the shocking news, y'all, but we lost, honey, another legendary model, restaurateur, and chef, honey, B. Smith, honey. She passed on Saturday, y'all. Her husband, Dan Gatsby, he put on her official social media channels that was ran by him and his daughter, her daughter. He said the family member passed of early onset Alzheimer's. He put, it is with great sadness that my daughter Dana and I announced the passing of my wife, Barbara Elaine Smith. Now, you know, I used to watch B. Smith's show on Saturdays. Me and my mom used to watch it, Cooking with B. Smith. And, you know, she was the top model. She was one of the first black women to make an appearance on Mademoiselle magazine or whatever. But I talked about this story last year, and it really upsetted me. It really hurted me because here this man, Dan Gatsby, her husband, taking care of B. Smith. B. Smith, mind you, honey, was the mastermind behind the empire, behind the modeling, the restaurant she owned in D.C. and all over the world. And she, you know, got onset Alzheimer's. This bastard took his new white woman in and just moved her in the house with her.
I remember that.
How could you do that?
Moved her in the house.
Moved her in the house.
With the wife there?
With the wife, talking about she was his comfort. His new woman talking
Remember
about.
we talked about it, Gary.
Yeah.
They had agreed to that in
They
their
didn't agree to nothing.
marriage.
B didn't know what the hell she was doing.
Right,
She was in
wasn't-
Alzheimer's.
Right, she wasn't in her right mind.
She was in her right mind, agreed nothing. He moved that doggone woman up in the house with her and taking her damn money. Now she dead, and now hell, they gonna live happily ever after off of her money. What you
But
think?
at least Special K, at least he was being upfront about it.
How
He
in the
wasn't
hell? If
hiding
he
it
was,
from
I
her.
don't give a dog. You don't
And he
be
knew she
upfront
was
She
with
had
it.
Alzheimer's, Special
Yeah,
K.
but he was an honest as he could be.
You know,
moved
be
the
as
lady
honest
in,
you
he
go.
didn't
But we
sneak
don't
out
need to
and
know.
see the
We didn't
lady.
need to know about that. Don't tell us about it. Then I'd rather not know than you sit there and hear this doggone woman, honey, not here, and you're gonna take her money and take it and give it to this doggone woman.
Who
You
said
and
he
your
was taking
daughter.
the money? He might have had his own
So
money.
she done worked hard and slaved and
Yes.
made all that money, made them rich, and then he
Yes.
gonna move in the white woman, and now the
Yes.
white woman get to live and benefit
Yes.
and go get face injections off his money.
Why
And
the
every
still
damn thing
there?
else, honey. Then they got the audacity to put heaven is shining even brighter now that it is graced with these dazzling and unforgettable smile. And you got all the doggone money.
That didn't mean he didn't love his wife because he learned to love somebody else. At
You
the
don't
end of
didn't
her
love
have
life.
no
to
damn
move
body
nobody
else
in
with no in the house.
He didn't sneak out to go see her. He let her come in
Shut
and
up.
let his
But
wife
she
know
did
what
have
he was doing.
Alzheimer's Special K.
You ain't making no
Okay,
sense.
you
with
sure
that
not
special
making
K.
no
That's
sense.
What was
not
he
nice.
supposed
That's
to do,
not
though?
cool.
He was
What
supposed
he
to move
supposed
no
to
damn
do?
Go
woman in the
out and see
house.
this woman. They not
So
bringing
it's
the
better
house.
than
he's supposed
sneak
to
around.
walk.
and
Hold
get
on,
in
one
front.
at a time. Go ahead.
It
Say
was
what?
a damn sneaking around. You go see your tramp at her house.
That's right.
Don't bring her to my damn house where I'm sitting here, dog. The woman, B ain't had no children, or nothing, so she had nobody to look out for her.
They had an agreement and an understanding.
No, they ain't had nothing. He said they had an agreement. We don't know they had an agreement.
You
They had
don't
an
know they
agreement.
didn't
Well, he
have
should
an
have moved her
agreement.
in there, damn it, before she got Alzheimer's.
Because
How
she
about
forgot.
that?
If they had one, she forgot. She had
Thank you.
Alzheimer's.
Maybe he reminded her on a daily basis.
You know what?
You know,
By the way, you know I got an agreement. That's why Grace is over here.
Nuh-uh.
oh Lord, I want to. Oh Lord, I can't.
What you say, Rock
Take
T?
a deep breath. Jerry.
Hold on. What you say, Rock T?
If mama named Clay,
Yo,
I'ma
shut your
come
damn
Clay.
mouth up with this stupidness. Hell, your mama made you play. What that got to do with this? Y'all so damn stupid. The color of the day hell is Jules. Oh my God.
He reminded her everything.
But Gary, that just got you upset. The fact
It
that
got me
black
upset.
that black woman enslaved and worked
Hell,
hard and cooked
she done
and
ran
opened
all
up
them
the
damn-
restaurant. She done did
Yes.
top model, and then she get Alzheimer's and get sick, and he moved in a white woman in that house.
And taking all her damn money, go talk about she your damn cover. Go cover that her damn house.
You think he
Yeah.
gonna she in there trying on the clothes? Gary.
She probably doing every damn thing, honey. She probably in a damn restaurant trying to cook. Hell.
Well, you know, she if she doing that, you know, she done threw away all the seasoning.
You know she threw. Hell, Pope B. Smith.
All right, y'all give it up for Gary with the T.
One time.
Wake up calls up next. 866-9-RICKEY. 11 minutes after the hour. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. All right, 23 minutes after the hour time for the wake up calls. 866-9-RICKY. Hey.
Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Wake up.
It's time to get yourself together. Cause he woke you up this morning, slid you in your house shoes, go and be better. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Encourage each other and be productive. The Rickey Smiley Morning Show, wanna know where you calling from, so come on and tell us and just wake up.
This is Kyle Dobbs for Jackson, Tennessee, and I like to wake up my grandma. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Yeah, this is Rob from Detroit. I'm taking my baby to school this morning. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
This is Wendy. I want to wake up my grandkids, Ari and Mason in Macon, Georgia. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
This is Dina. I'm calling from Baton Rouge, and I want to wake up my son, Elijah. You better get out of this house and don't miss that bus today. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Love you.
This is Channing from Louisville. I just wanted to say good morning to my wife and also tell Brett have a great day. Oh.
Wake up, wake
Hey,
up, listening
hey,
on the radio.
hey.
There's a whole gang of cities tuned in, locked in. What's
Come on.
yours? Cause we gon' let them know.
Let's go.
Miami,
Wake up.
Seattle,
Wake up.
and Detroit,
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up.
St. Louis,
Wake up,
New Orleans,
wake up,
and Memphis,
wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up.
I appreciate it, Brad.
You welcome.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, church in 60 seconds. Y'all give it up. Show your love of the one and only Pastor Fred, y'all. Pastor Fred.
Woo, hallelujah, hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
I tell you, it's just a joy to me always to be able to come to this mic and to share with the people all over the world. Brother Rickey, you know, I was just thinking, men and women all over the world, young men and women are growing up without fathers. Young men and women are growing up in homes that are not stable. And just the other day, Brother Rickey, we should be more vigilant about being in our young people's lives. More vigilant about being in our young people's lives. But you know, I was at a service with a friend, and I heard him tell a story that I thought I'd heard before. It was about his father, and he was preaching, and he said, it was the 3rd of September.
Black Tony, where you at?
Hello.
Hey, bro, that's a whole nother week, bro.
I know, Shawty. I know,
Bro,
Shawty.
you didn't do right
I had said yesterday, Shawty. I had said, but this week, Shawty, I'm finna start over good, fresh.
Okay, why you didn't say that? Start off today.
Shawty, I had said I was
Hey, Black Tony, repeat after me. Repeat after me, Black Tony. Today.
Black Tony. Today.
It's the first day.
It's the first day
of the rest of my life.
Of the rest of your life.
Say it again. Say
it again.
Today is the first day.
It's the first day
of the rest of my life.
Of the rest of my life.
Say it one more time.
Say it one more time.
Today is the first day.
It's the first day
of the rest of my life.
Of the rest of my life.
Sometimes you need encouragement.
Sometimes you need encouragement.
Listen, Black Tony.
Listen, Black Tony.
Today is the first day.
It's the first day.
Very first day.
Very first day.
I can do all things.
I can do all things.
All things.
All things.
Through Christ.
Through Christ.
Who strengthens me.
Which strengthens me.
And it starts today.
And it starts today.
Not tomorrow.
Not tomorrow.
You feel what I'm saying, Rock-T?
You feel what I'm saying, Rock-T?
Not tomorrow.
Not tomorrow.
It starts today.
It starts today.
I have to keep him encouraged because
I had to keep him encouraged because... No.
Black Tony. I want time I say that part.
Stop. No, don't say that part.
This is the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
What up, Gary?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Monday, a beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Friend of the morning show and a friend of mine's, Kevin Hart, y'all. He's requesting a dismissal, y'all, of a $60 million sex tape lawsuit. Now, they're saying, y'all, that Hollywood star Kevin Hart is seeking Montoya Savage $60 million sex tape lawsuit against him to be dismissed, y'all, as he claimed that he was not appropriately, y'all hear what I said? He said he was not appropriately, served by the courts. Now, they're saying, according to the Chicago Tribune, they're saying, y'all, that the documents say that a processor server working for plaintiff Savage simply drove by Kevin Hart's beautiful Beverly Hills mansion and threw a summons and complaint out of a wonderful Mercedes-Benz in the sight of a security guard stationed outside of Kevin Hart's beautiful mansion last month. Now, they're saying Savage was the woman, y'all, who appeared in the 2017 sex tape with Kevin Hart doing wonderful things, as they say. Now, she's saying, y'all, she claimed that Hart conspired with other defendants to film their sexual encounter. Now, she claimed, y'all hear what she claimed, that although the sex with the comic was definitely consensual, they definitely wanted to do it together, she did not agree, to be filmed. Now, she said that Kevin, set the whole thing up with fellow defender and former friend of Hart's, J.T. Jackson. Now, Jackson was later charged with extortion over the incident, y'all. So, Kevin want that tape thrown out, y'all. He said he don't want to hit that lawsuit to pay that $60 million to that woman. That woman need her money because she had sex with him. It was consensual. His beautiful wife, Miss Anoki, or whatever her name was. Nico was at home, babysitting the baby while he was out having sex with another woman. So now,
but don't he have to tape stuff just to keep it on file, just in case she tried to say that he sexually assaulted her?
Well, it don't matter. First of all, you having sex. You're a married damn man. Why are you having sex over your wife?
Okay, but you don't know what kind of agreement they have. I'm just asking. I'm just saying.
On the tape, you can barely even tell that it's Kevin Hart. First of all,
he knew it was him.
I don't, Gary. What sense would it make for him to tape himself having sex with somebody?
He'll agree with. He knew it was him. Hell.
Says who?
Anyway, he needs to pay this woman, give this girl her coins, and let her go on.
$30 million.
Man,
no, she just wants $60 million. That's all she asked for.
Man, throw that lawsuit out. Get that girl $6,000 and tell her go on about her business.
Well, I tell you what, I know this much though, Rick, and this is a very sad thing. I'm just saying, I'm thinking, Nico gonna divorce Kevin after this.
No,
she gonna leave him.
That ain't happening.
She know about this tape. They don't think it's gonna matter. They love each other. They can get through anything. They made it through a lot so far.
That's right, Brad.
You sit there and make through it, You just be the white woman and play the game, unsmile and do the Effie Berry, baby. Smile and do all what you need to do.
Like that white woman that just moved in that black man's house.
And
who
B.
wife
Smith's
died.
beautiful mansion. Yeah, honey. You just smile and play the game, honey. And when the dust settles and the lights out, you just go ahead on and file for your divorce, get your coins, you got your baby for your insurance policy, and keep it moving.
Golly.
Moving on.
Stop putting stuff like that in women's head that's listening to us right now. You setting us up to fail, Gary.
Well, y'all set up to fail when you walked out your damn house and went screw the doggone marry mess with a doggone woman when you got a wife at home.
Don't do that, Gary.
Well, moving on. In other celebrity news, y'all, The Weeknd, honey, he's speaking out, y'all, honey. He said he's opening up about his drug use. I didn't know The Weeknd did drugs, y'all. They say he was
people
never
always
shot.
do drugs on the weekend. That's most of the time they do it.
They said, now, The Weeknd speaking out, you know, he's a top chart. He said, he was dealing with loneliness during his busy work schedule. He said, I spend most of my days alone. Now, he said, I don't leave my house too much. He said, it's a gift and a curse, but it helps me get undivided attention to my work. He said, I enjoy being a workaholic, and I think I'm just addicted to it. Even when I'm not working, I'm always somewhere still working, and it distracts from the loneliness, y'all. Does drugs distract from the loneliness, Brad?
Brad don't know about what drugs do.
Oh, Ricky? Special case
do drugs.
I'm sure, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know because I don't do drugs, but I'm just saying, it gets pretty lonely when you out there on the road. You in a bubble, you hotel room, and you're scared to go out or whatever because a lot of times people have. Over the years, I see that a lot of celebrities have developed a small sense of anxiety. Is that right, Brett?
Yeah, you get anxiety.
You get anxiety. Like, I have it real bad. Like I be just avoiding, trying to get through, just trying to get on stage, get off stage, get back to a comfort and safe place. You have to make money because you don't know what's going to come with you paranoid. It makes you paranoid, especially with these phones, man. It's a whole nother time.
He said drugs was a crutch for him, but Rick, you don't do drugs. You don't even drink.
No, but sometimes that CBD oil helped me out. It help calms down my anxiety, so I feel a little bit more comfortable going places and doing stuff with the CBD oil. It helped me sleep better, and it helps out with anxiety. Like, it really does.
Right.
But anxiety is a real problem, and a lot of people use drugs to cope because they don't want to have to deal with reality.
But when you come off it, the problem still sits there.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, so, you're right.
So just do like I do: meditate and drink water, honey, and go shopping. That's what I
therapy.
do.
Things like therapy
help.
Retail
therapy.
That shopping is a form of addiction for you, Gary.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but I ain't hurt nobody but me.
But why you want to hurt yourself? That's the same way as a form of drugs. But go ahead, do the color.
But I have the clothes to look at. The color today, y'all, is jewel tone. On the high end, you say jewel tone, and on the low, just say beautiful citrine yellow. That's your color for today.
13 minutes after the hour, y'all. All right, so listen. So following our, I cannot say that.
Say what?
The state of Iowa. Did I say it right?
Iowa.
Okay. New Hampshire, Nevada, Bernie Sanders appears to be the Democratic frontrunner. Now, if Sanders, we got Glennon 3 on the phone. Glennon, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky.
Hey, listen, man. If Sanders wins the Democratic nomination, do you think that he can beat Trump? His rival candidates are not sure. Elizabeth Warren and Buttigieg, they saying that he can't win. First of all, good morning, and let us know what you think about this whole political landscape right now. Just go and bring us up to speed.
Well, first of all, good morning to the radio audience. I think, Ricky, the thing that concerns me the most about Sanders is that he does look like he is a presumptive front runner right now. We have the election in the primary in South Carolina tomorrow. We have debates tomorrow night. And so the question now becomes whether or not Sanders can broaden his base without losing his core. And so you've got a number of moderates who are not running as well as they expected to be. And the question then is whether they should get out of the race and consolidate behind one moderate candidate. What they're trying to do is to stop Sanders from winning the nomination going into Super Tuesday, because if he maintains the lead that he has through Super Tuesday, it's going to be virtually impossible to catch him if he continues to rack up these numbers like he's doing now, because he'll have a plurality of the delegates going in July, and I don't know if any of the other moderates can stop him, particularly if they don't consolidate, because right now they're fragmented. And so it's a challenging time now for the Democratic Party, Ricky.
So do you think that on the subject of he considers himself a democratic socialist, do you think that the Republicans will try to use that to continue to instill fear into the Republican constituents?
They absolutely will. It's a huge concern. I mean, you've already seen ads showing that Sanders and his wife went to Russia for their honeymoon. The concern is that this label of democratic socialism will hurt a lot of down-ballot Democrats in the House and in the Senate. And so, the Democrats' control over the House is going to be challenged. There's 46 Democrats that are up for House seats that are in districts that they have refused to endorse Sanders because they're concerned that they're going to lose the conservatives and the moderates in their base. And so it really, really could affect the Democrats in unforeseeable ways right now, particularly in the House.
So do you think Bernie Sanders needs to just kind of move to the middle a little bit, like Clinton did, like President Obama? He didn't run too far to the left, kind of move over to the middle to get people excited. And do you think Andrew Gillum would be a great running mate, and that'll get folks out to the polls that did not show up during the 2016 election with Hillary Clinton?
Well, to the first question you asked, I don't know that Sanders can move towards the center. He's been espousing some of these progressive views for about 40 years, and to be honest, Ricky, that's one of the reasons he's so attracted to a lot of his base. But with respect to Gillum or even Stacey Abrams, who's also been mentioned by some as a potential running mate for Bernie Sanders, it would really help him to consolidate his support among women and among blacks. Because one thing that we saw in Nevada, for instance, is that although Sanders won the Nevada primary, he didn't get support of 75% of African-American voters. And so it's virtually impossible, I think, for us to consider that a Democratic candidate can win the election without having the 100% support of the African-American vote, who has been, a base of support for the Democratic Party forever, basically.
Right. Hey, Glenda, you got some time to stay on because I got some people probably want to call in and have some questions.
Absolutely, I do.
All right, you can call us right now if you have any questions or any concerns or an opinion about the Democratic nomination as it goes full force now, because they're getting ready to go into South Carolina now. We got attorney, law professor, Glennon Threet on the phone. Get out of 8669 Ricky, 8669 Rickey Smiley Morning Show. All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 25 minutes after the hour, y'all. Hey, we got attorney Glennon Threet, man. Man, if you have any questions concerning politics or this whole election, Democrats are really, really nervous because they're not sure that Bernie Sanders can beat Donald Trump. Joe Biden is not getting any traction. Of course, I don't know if Pete Buttigieg or whatever, which I think is a great candidate, but I don't know if a lot of Americans are going to accept him because he has a husband, because people are just, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking at people on Facebook, what they're saying about that. That's not my opinion. Okay, not my opinion. I'm just going by what people are saying because I think that the country is still sexist because it ain't no reason why Hillary Clinton should have lost to Donald Trump. A lot of people didn't get out and they didn't show up. So we got to turn to Glennon Threet on the phone or whatever. Democrats are really, really, really nervous about, the choices that they have. We got Glennon Threet on the phone. Good morning. Go ahead. You're on with Glennon Threet.
I really don't think that Bernie Sanders has the support and the ability to win against Trump.
He doesn't have the amount of money to pay for this Medicare for all. If they didn't cheat him out of the election last time, he would have won.
Bernie Sanders, he's been straightforward since day one. It's not that the message goes left or right. It's the same way.
I believe that he has a lot of support from the millennials that's coming up, and it's going to be a larger voter turnout, especially from the African-American community and minorities.
He doesn't have enough African-American support, and honestly, I feel like he doesn't have a strong enough base to beat Trump.
Wow, Glennon, what you want to respond to some of those?
I do. I think it's very interesting, Ricky, because many people are saying that what Sanders is doing is that he's pulling the party too far to the left or to the progressive side. And so there's some concern that once he becomes a nominee, then will he be able to go back and get those moderate to conservative Democrats and add them to his support base? And also, more importantly, will he be able to get them out on Election Day? And many people believe that what will happen is that Sanders will create a groundswell of enthusiasm, that he'll get people who've never voted before, particularly young voters, out and increase the total number of voters, thereby increasing his ability to defeat Donald Trump. But, he's still beating Trump in the polls.
Right. So Glenn, let's talk about Donald Trump for a minute. Do you think Trump has turned off a lot of moderate Republicans?
He has, but I don't see those moderate Republicans. First of all, I don't see them voting for a Democrat. So the question becomes, are they going to stay home? And I don't think so. I mean, I think what we see from Trump's rallies, et cetera, that his base is energized. His support is higher than it was before the impeachment proceedings. And so I don't think that the Democrats can expect to win by hoping that Trump voters don't show up or cross over to vote for a Democrat. I think that the Democrats have to get out the vote, increase total voter turnout, and they need to particularly focus on those states because, remember, the Democrats won the popular vote last time, but they lost in the Electoral College.
Right. So Glenn, let me ask you this. Do the states like Wisconsin, which I don't think Democrats will win, but what about states like Michigan and Pennsylvania where the Democrats had a really good showing in the midterm elections? States like Pennsylvania, Virginia, North Carolina, Minnesota. What do you think about those states that Hillary Clinton barely lost, but they showed up in the midterm election?
Well, that's the concern, Ricky, because people would think that because of what's happening with respect to the tariffs and loss of manufacturing jobs in some of those states, that some of those voters could be picked off by a moderate Democrat. And so the question becomes whether or not Sanders will be able to go in those key states and get those moderates and so that we win the Electoral College votes that he needs, because he will probably win, the Democrat will probably win the popular vote. The question is whether or not the Democrat will win in the Electoral College. And those states that you just mentioned are critically important. And that's the fear, that because Sanders is a progressive, that he won't be able to broaden his base to include those moderate Democrats. And not only might he lose the presidential election, but some of those vulnerable Democrats might lose their House seats, and we could end up losing control of the House of Representatives.
Oh, wow. So it's a scary time. Yeah,
it's a very, very scary time, and particularly when you've got a lot of people who are still hanging around that some have referred to as the zombie candidates, people like Klobuchar and Warren, who are polling below the 15% that they need in these states in order to get any delegates in the primary. And so there's a lot of pressure on them to get out now.
And real quick, before we go, what about Mike Bloomberg? Because you hear his advertisements everywhere on this show. He is all over the place. How do you see that playing out?
Well, it's a little early to tell because nobody's ever had the chance to vote for Bloomberg yet. I think his performance in the debate tomorrow is going to be critically important because he got eviscerated last week. And so his debate performance is critical. And then when we get to Super Tuesday, it'll be the first time that anybody will get to vote for him. And I don't think we should assume that spending money on advertising will directly translate into votes, but we'll see.
All right, there it is. Hey, so Glenn, let everybody know how you can be reached.
You can reach me at G3 on Twitter, and if you follow me, I'll follow you back. Follow me.
Little something for you. It's Eva's Corner on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
You better believe it. Let's get it, man. Hey, 12 before the top of the hour. What up, Eva?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everybody. Okay, so let's jump in it because I have a lot to talk about. Quick question. Everybody, do you think that love conquers all? Ricky?
It depends.
Okay.
You can love somebody, but them armpits. Okay.
Oh, Ricky.
Little stuff like that make you lose feelings.
Roxy, do you think love conquers all?
If it's with the right person, absolutely.
Okay. Gary?
You know what I really do? And now that I'm not in love, I wish I was, because love does conquer all. I wish,
Okay,
somebody
Brett?
would love me. So, because I just, honey.
Well, why you just stay with the dude when you went through his phone?
Well, because, it was something else going on.
Okay, so this is why I ask you guys this, because usually we would all say love can conquer all, right? So I was at the beauty shop the other day, and I was just talking to the girls, and we were talking about arranged marriages, and we were talking about how crazy it would be to be an arranged marriage. And I had to remind them that it's only an American thing for it, arranged marriages to be crazy. All over the world, in a lot of different cultures, it is very common to have arranged marriage. You end up falling in love and creating family. And so we started talking about what was unconventional for Americans that they do everywhere else in the world. And we talked about marrying and falling in love with someone that is in your family. So if you remember back in the Bible days, they used to stay in the family to keep the bloodline strong.
Well, they didn't have no choice because it was just the people that got off the ark.
But after they started to procreate, it was very much so normal for them to want to keep everything into the bloodline. Right. And so I brought that up, and I ran across a story the other day about this couple in Iowa who are now facing charges and criminal time and money because they are first cousins and they got married and they had children together. And now the state is pressing charges against them for incest. And so I talked about it and how bizarre it was, and only to find out that one of my friends in the shop is married to her first cousin and has 2 kids by her first cousin. Now, she did not know ahead of time that this was, in fact, her family member. She met a man, fell in love.
That was her mama's brother's kid.
She did. Her mom passed. Her mom passed when she was really young, and her grandmother passed when she was really young.
Okay.
So really quickly, the story is they lived in neighboring towns. She fell in love with this guy. They ended up moving to Atlanta. They had a child, and now they're having their second. So her aunt, who she hasn't seen in years, came to visit her and started talking to the guy, only to unravel and find out that that is, in fact, her nephew.
What?
Man. Oh, man.
And so it leads me to the question, what do they do now? Like, do they stay
Keep it
married?
moving. Just got to keep it moving.
Do you leave each other?
No. I mean,
You're
you
too
just got to
far
keep
into
it moving. What y'all think?
They too far into it to back away from it now.
Yeah, everything. It's Brett speaking. Yeah.
So, Brad, you stay with your first cousin?
Hell no.
I'm talking about, like, if you would have found out later, you would have.
Well, if I had kids and stuff, what else can you do? But I mean, I would probably stay in the house and be a hermit because I wouldn't want people to know that. Like, and I would get sick of explaining. Like, I didn't know.
Right.
I didn't know, you know?
That's why they should have family reunions where you can meet your doggone family and know who
She
your
couldn't
family
introduce him to her family. They couldn't.
They
have a
didn't.
way
They didn't meet. She lost her mom at a young age, and so the brother. Okay, so the uncle
She
that
didn't have
this
no
child.
other family members.
Thank you.
They were estranged from this part of the family. So
Right.
the mom had a baby at a young age and gave the baby away. So this baby was never raised with the family, and that baby ended up
Jesus.
having a child, and that's the cousin.
Well, they're not kin then. If the mama gave the baby away, then the child's no longer in the family.
That
They
makes
have the
sense.
same mom and dad by blood.
Lord,
That's why I
that's
started with
heavy.
the question, does love really conquer all?
All right, let us know what you think. 866-9 Ricky 9 RICKEY. Hit us up on our voicemail because I need to see what y'all think. Ricky Smiley Morning Show. All right, y'all. Ricky Smiley Morning Show. Hey, real big shout out to comedian Mark Curry. We did a show together and he was cracking on my clothes. He was coming on stage. He said, get up. He was tearing me up now.
Was he getting you down?
Oh, he was tearing me up. He was, you know, him and Mike Ellis be cracking on my clothes.
What'd he say, dog?
I don't know, he was saying so. But at the end, I said, yeah, one more time for Freddie Jackson. When I said it, Rati, he fell out on the stage. Y'all got to remember, I ain't bragging, but I'm quick.
Yes, sir.
You ain't gonna just talk about my. Then I walk in the dressing room. I be thinking I be sharp, right?
Yeah.
You know, you getting ready to go up on stage. You got your confidence. You ready to go?
Yeah.
And I walk in the dressing room. Comedian, I thought I was sharp as hell. Comedian Big Sean. Comedian Big Sean gonna say, "Hey, so what time you getting dressed for the show?"
How you come back behind that? You can't do nothing after that, dog. You look down at your clothes.
I'm sorry, man. If I could just get somebody to just film the comedian. This is why I hate when people be backstage, because people be backstage, they get in the way and they get between the comedians, and we can't do what we do,
right,
and rag on each other and have a good time, because the promoter got his whole family backstage, and half of the audience is backstage. I don't understand that. I just got to stop. But boy, I walked in that dressing room, boy. You know, I got a stylist, Kayla Booth, in Birmingham. She be setting me up, she be hooking my little clothes up. She is awesome. I walk in there with my little stuff on. She had me on some little blue Louboutins, man. Never had no Louboutins. She be finding stuff on the internet that be on sale. She be hooking my little stuff up. She put it in the box, send it to the hotel. Boy, I walk in, I put on my little cologne, boy, big. I walked in that dressing room, bro. I said, I'm going up on stage, laying these chicks out there ready to go.
Yeah.
Women standing in line twerking, talking about, see Rickey Smiley. What? I walk in the dressing room. He said, hey, so what time you getting dressed to go on stage? I hate Mike Epps. I hate comedian Big Sean. I hate Mark Curry. All these dudes be wanting to sit up here and talk about. I don't know why they do me like that, but it's wrong. It's just wrong. All right, we got Janai throwing. Janai, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. How you doing?
Janai, you're going to have to start taking up for me when you see these comedians do this to me.
Listen, I know you can handle it, though.
Yeah. I couldn't say nothing back when he asked me what time I was getting dressed. And I got Mark Curry back or whatever. I be getting Mike Epps. I had on Calvin Klein one time, and Mike Epps just killed me. He said, Ricky, you just stepped your game up. Sit up there, you got on the same thing on your shirt that people got on their drawers. They be tearing me up backstage. They just wrong. All right, we talking about finances. Member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. I'm always going to talk about the HBCUs and Greek affiliation with these powerful and wonderful people that come on this morning show. Just now, what's going on with finances and all this stuff and taxes and where we at?
Well, I figured today, since it's February, the love month, we could talk about love and relationships, money and relationships today.
Okay, so what is the biggest problem in the household with money? Do finances ruin relationships?
Well, Ricky, it's interesting that money is the number 2 reason that people get divorced, only behind infidelity.
What?
So, yeah, it's a huge issue, and we have to understand why some of the main reasons why couples really fight about money. So let's talk about that. First of all, you got 2 different people coming from 2 different experiences, 2 different households, raised 2 different ways about money. So, of course, there's a lot of disagreements.
Right.
Debt is a huge issue. Money secrets or money infidelity is huge.
Now, what is money infidelity?
Money infidelity, think about it this way. If you have any secret accounts, credit cards, if you have any debt that your mate doesn't know about, you're doing any secret shopping, that's financial infidelity. That's lying.
So you got to ask your husband, can you go buy a shirt?
Absolutely not. Not ever.
Okay.
Not ever. And how I think money needs to be handled in a relationship is once you're both clear on each other's money goals and everybody knows who's responsible for what. Once you fulfilled your commitments of what you're supposed to do, whether that's a certain amount to savings or bills, stuff related to the kids, anything left over, that's yours to do what you want to do. So I don't think either person should ever have to ask for permission, but you got to take care of your responsibilities first. Then what's left over, you get to do what you want to do, because no one grown who works every day wants to ask anybody for permission.
Right. Like a big purchase like a car, a boat, a jet ski or something like that you have to talk about.
I think you definitely need to have some discussion, whether it's something big related to your children or, again, like you said, a car, a vacation, anything where you would appreciate if the other person had a discussion with you first. You owe each other that respect.
So so how do you handle that topic of money when you're dating? Now, I'm old school. Well, when I was married, I asked my wife for no bills, and I was a struggling comic. I didn't, if she wanted to contribute to anything or whatever, that's fine. But I paid all of the bills, period. It wasn't no question. That's what my granddad did. And I'm just kind of like a little old school because I'm not looking for my wife to pay for not a light bill, gas bill, water bill. I paid it all. And, and let her do what she wanted to do with her money.
I can tell you this, you got a whole lot of women trying to reach out to you today.
Where
they at? Where they at? Now. Where they at? My inbox empty. What? Hold on, let me check my phone. Where they at? My inbox empty. Where they at? Because I'm a real, I really don't need you to pay no bills. Like when I was a struggling comic, was getting $150, $200 a show. My little apartment was tight. I had a little 2-bedroom apartment on Claremont Avenue. My wife, I was married. She didn't have to pay. I never asked her for bill money and bought her a little car.
Yes, sir.
And I think every household, you have to do what works for you.
Right.
And some people decide who's going to be responsible for what. Some people put all their money together and work out of one account. I don't think there's one rule. Right is what's right for your household. But you have to talk about money. And as a couple, you have to talk about money consistently. And I think that's probably what the problem is. Y'all need to be having money meetings on a regularly scheduled basis. Because it's like working out. If you work out occasionally, it doesn't work for you. But if you have once a month, twice a month, Some folk don't need to have a meeting at home. Some folk are going to have to meet in public so they can use their inside voices.
In a financial planner. In a financial sit down and have it, because just because y'all married, that don't mean that one person is educated financially. Sit down with a financial planner and come up with a plan and execute where you can, you know what I mean?
Right. Yep. But you know what, Ricky, you just brought up something important. It's really important to know what your mate's strengths and weaknesses are when it comes to money, and you know yours too, because we're not all good at the same things when it comes to money.
Right.
And we should all be able to play to our strengths and be able to respect, where our mates are.
Right. Well, I just moved in with a chick that's already pregnant. She on Section 8. I done paid her rent up for 2 years. Call us up.
Stupid.
2 years, she over there.
Yes, but that rent was $20 a month.
She's straight now. You got her straight.
That rent $20 a month. I done put all that some old Comic View money to her. That I said, babe, I got you for 2 years. She said, you a real man. I ain't never expand. My rent paid up for 2 years. Boy, she got that orange hair and them lashes looking good and thick. All right, let's go to the phone. 8669 Ricky 8669. I want you on with Janai Thornton.
My question is, my daughter's in college and I'm trying to file a 1098-T, and I used the Tax Act form. How do I file it?
Okay, so the 1098-T is a form that you get if you are paying tuition at a particular school. So what happens is, if you're filing your own tax return, all you have to do is, when you click on the Form 1040, just the form that coincides with that, the Form 1098-T, it goes right on Form 1040, page 2.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Rock, did you have a question for Janai? Because I know you married. How do y'all? I ain't trying to get in your business.
Oh no, well, we got a situation where we have a joint account, so
Nice.
all the bills and all the responsibilities for the home, for the house, and for our family is in that joint account. And then she has an individual play account with play money, and I have my individual play account. But we also have allowances in our play accounts.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it works for us.
Gary, what you think about that?
I don't know my mouth.
Gary is always critical of Rock T. What do you think about that? What Rock T just said, Gary?
I think Crystal should have her own account and her own play account. What do you mean you put an allowance in the play account? That's too much hell. What you talking about?
No, we both.
You didn't even like that word, allowance.
We both
Exactly,
agree. We both agree on how much we're gonna spend outside of our joint account.
It's called
Wait a damn
budgeting.
minute. It's called what?
It's called budgeting,
Absolutely.
Gary. It's a
No,
budget.
no, if it's called budgeting, you don't need to say you have a separate damn account. Just say, well, I'm going to give her amount of money, and that's that. If she going to have a play account and play money, that's not a budget. That should be my free money to do.
The budgeted money is then deposited in said play account, and then you can do what you want to with it. And then there's another account that they only use for household bills. And
But
then he
why
has
should
his
you
play
budget
account.
play money? Play money should be play money. It shouldn't be budgeted.
It absolutely should be budgeted so that you don't end up broke, Gary.
You have to have a limit to the play.
Preach.
Well, first of all, you should make enough money where your wife shouldn't have to ask for no damn account and stuff like that. How about that?
That's another subject.
Oh my
Boy, I know how to start some mess, boy. 'Cause I swear, I don't care what Rock T say on this morning show. Gary gonna always be against Rock T, and he gonna always take up for Rock T. Why? Because he love Crystal or whatever. They've been together. One day I'm gonna tell y'all how they got
Ricky,
together.
do you know how long Crystal been asking me what she could get her a nice purse for inexpensive hair? If Rock T would work more, do something, she could get her a nice purse. And she gotta wait till her budget.
She had a really nice bag.
Well, yeah, but that was an old one. She got to wait for a budget to get a purse. No, ma'am, you go ahead and buy her a purse.
Let me tell you something, man. Crystal, actually, I'm going to be honest with you. She's better with money than I am. She's the one that kind of helps keep everything organized with the money.
She ain't got a choice because, hell, she got a budget.
Don't listen to Gary. Gary, don't listen to Gary, please.
Janai, if people want to reach you, let them know how you can be reached with all your financial questions with taxes and everything.
If you have any financial questions, please reach out to me at Janai Thornton. That's JINITHORNTON.
Janai, stick around. We love having you on. You don't have to leave.
I'll be here.
You don't have to leave. We ain't gonna throw the K's out like that. We got the AKAs on today.
Come on now.
That's right. What college?
North Carolina A&T, Aggie Pride.
Oh, Aggie Pride. That's right. We got Janai in the building. She gonna stick with us from the front page. You just stick around and laugh and add whatever you want to add. I just absolutely love you. SAIL. Good morning, Eva.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everyone. This Eva, and here is your top look at your top news stories. Bernie Sanders is on a roll, you guys. So he easily won the Nevada caucus on Saturday and is now the front runner in the Democratic presidential race. Intelligence officials continue to warn that U.S. is interfering in the elections by trying to help both Trump and Sanders win. The next presidential debate will be tomorrow, and the next primary is Saturday in South Carolina. In other news, the Mardi Gras parade in New Orleans was cut short on Saturday after a man was killed by a parade float. It was the second person killed in just a matter of days. A 58-year-old woman also died when she was run over by a float. The mayor says that he will be checking into safety issues this week. In other news, there is a huge spike in the coronavirus cases in South Korea, Iran, and Italy. And now officials around the world are rushing to stop the spread of the virus. The coronavirus has reached 30 other countries, including the U.S., but it's okay. Officials say that the U.S. are not at risk of an outbreak.
I'm glad you explained all that, because I told one of my uncles that he need to listen to the show because he didn't put all the Corona beers out on the porch.
Oh, no. Let him know. Listen in for the headline news. That is not the case. It is a virus, but we are okay in the U.S. But today in Black History, we shine a spotlight
he drank Heineken now. Go ahead, say what, Eva?
Today in our Black History Spotlight, we shine a spotlight on Minnie Riperton, the mother of actress, comedian Maya Rudolph. And long before Mariah Carey, Minnie Riperton perfected the 5-octave vocal range. That was a quick look at your headline news. For more stories and what's trending, log on to the RickySmileyMorningShow.com. Rock T, what's popping in sports, my brother?
Let me tell you that Eva, Kobe Bryant, and Gigi Bryant's memorial is today. It will be at the Staples Center in Los Angeles. 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Vanessa Bryant describes the memorial as a celebration of life. It's going to be streamed on NBC News app, also NBCNews.com. All proceeds from ticket sales will be donated to the Mamba and Mambacita Sports Foundation.
Wow.
Deontay Wilder got beat to a pulp by Tyson Fury the other day and over the weekend in the big rematch. 7th round knockout. The fight was stopped. His trainer actually threw the towel in because he started bleeding out the ear.
Yeah, he'll be back.
Yeah, he will.
He'll be back.
I mean, at the end of the day, Tyson Fury was a better fighter. I mean, it is what it is. But Deontay Wilder is still a warrior. It is what it is, man. So it's all good. Coming up next, Brett got the hip-hop spot. Got the hot spot coming up. What's up, man?
Man, let me tell you, Erykah Badu said, don't compare her pocketbook to no Gwyneth Paltrow. Is you crazy? Coming up in the hot spots, the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Oh, wow. Time for that hot spot with Brett. What up, Brett?
Morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brett Ted, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. Erykah Badu, y'all, she shuts down the Gwyneth Paltrow. Erykah Badu.
Oh, there's a okay. Oh,
Erykah Badu, you know your mama know her. She shuts down the Gwyneth Paltrow comparisons. She says she is correcting those who think that her new incense line was inspired by actress Gwyneth Paltrow. She said, my incense was not inspired by Gwyneth Paltrow. That's a whole nother kind of pocketbook. She said, I've been in the lab for years, and I stay on my pocketbook muscle hustle. However, panties off to Gwyneth Paltrow and her candle. We love her.
Wow.
What you think about that, Rick?
Man, that's all. So, wait a minute. Now, run that by me again. So, Gwyneth Paltrow.
She came out with a candle that said it was I think the scent is called vagina. And it was kind of, reminiscent of her own scent. And people are saying Erykah Badu came out with this scent, her incense, because it's also about her pocketbook. And they saying she copied Gwyneth Paltrow.
Wow. We got Erykah Badu mama on the phone. Frank, good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, how you feeling?
I'm feeling okay.
All right, so are you proud of everything that your daughter's doing?
I'm very proud. She's done a lot in the industry. She's done a lot for me. I'm just happy. I'm really happy for her, Ricky.
Hey, I really appreciate you calling up here. So, is she gonna be coming out with anything else? Like,
I know of, but I'm pretty sure she can because she can do whatever she wants to do. That's what I told her.
Right. So do you go to her concerts and stuff like that?
I sit in the very back when I go to the concert, so you won't see me.
Yeah. So do you help set up with anything?
I help with the stage stuff, but again, I'm behind the scenes. I'm a daddy.
Right. Hey, so I know you got to be proud of your daughter. We got Erykah Badu mama Frank on the phone.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, give it up one time.
Yeah.
So what? Is she working on anything else?
I can't tell you that because she wants me to keep everything secret and private.
All right, y'all give it up for Erica Badu, Mama Frank.
Oh, my God.
All right, there it is.
Lord have mercy.
There you go, Brett.
Y'all don't forget to catch Snoop on Red Table Talk with Jada this Wednesday on Facebook Watch, okay? That's it for the hot spot. Oh my God, I'm your girl Brett Tat Tat. To get caught up on those stories and more, you can go to RickySmileyMorningShow.com. You can catch me on all my social media at Brett Tat Tat. Oh my God, it's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. What's next, Rick? The praise break. Praise break next show.
Say rock.
Mama named Frank.
Oh my God.
Rickey Smiley Morning Show.